Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the Cold Iron Wars again. In this episode, can our beloved bard Fullinger save Murthen from the time of his life? Can our hero survive the treacherous Bumford Pass? Listen and find out.
Welcome everybody. We are back again with session 2 of Threshold: The Cold Iron Wars. In the description of this video there will be a link to D6 Mafia's channel. Please go check them out and see the proper Threshold game and how it's meant to be played. We're going to start off with today with a quick introduction from our characters, starting with Michael.
Hey everyone, I'm playing Joseph, the half-elf rogue assassin, who somehow, through very odd coincidence, became the leader of this small group.
Awesome. We're moving on to Jeff next.
Alright, hi, my name is Jeff. I play Murthen Hearn, who is the trainer of this little group. God knows what that means, we'll find out later.
Awesome. Shane, you're next.
Hi, I'm Shane Lindley. Nice to meet everyone today. I'll be playing Lethos, the cleric of the Holy Sun God, or so he thinks.
Awesome. Next in line, Tobias.
Hello, I'm playing Fullanger, a bard of law, and also the diplomat of the group.
And the last one of us all, who is always late, Devon. And he's probably muted himself.
Hello, test 1 2.
There we go.
Okay, cool. How's it going, guys? My name is Devon. Character I'm playing is Revius Damra, the tiefling warlock of the group, and I think I just became the tactician. So we'll see how that works.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay. Last time, everybody, you had just come out from the you just come out from the table of generals, back through the Hall of Knowing, and have come out of those big main gates with the two dwarves holding big fireballs, and a representative has I believe it was Ulfric actually, was standing with you and has introduced you into the 10 men who are going to be part of your, the 10 people who are going to be part of your strike force. So you're all standing in a line in front of him, and your soldiers are still standing in front of you at attention. Let's continue on the game from there.
Okay, so Joseph is gonna looking down them and looking up and down on them, call out, call out, what are your names?
Okay, Joseph walks up and down, looks up and down the front line of them and the ones behind. And each in turn, as if it's been trained through them, you have a human at the right-hand side corner shout out, Geoffrey Foxforce, sir! The one behind him is a small dwarf. My name's Furik Dwineth. Next to him is a female human. And she picks up and goes, "See Hamilton, sir!" Front of her, we have Parik Dwineth. To the left of him, we have Henry Fallengard, sir. And behind Henry, we have Mikol Frey. To the left of Mikol Frey, we have Louisa Monteith. And then the last in our line is... no, in fact, we've got another couple, actually. We have Libe Funfelth. So we also have Uruk Tolengard. And then we have Chris Hungraf.
I should have wrote all those down. I thought I could maybe remember them. I cannot. I'll get those names from you like later again out of character all in. But okay. So Joseph walking like pretty much, I guess what's it called, pacing in front of him, calls out to him. I'm your commander, Joseph, and I point to others. These are kind of fucking motion for y'all to get motion for everyone else.
For introductories.
Motion for everyone else to introduce themselves. Our men that we're commanding.
Britain's lot.
Is that us? I mean, who?
That's
Yes,
us now.
y'all.
Joseph,
No, man. To the party, man. Come on now. Ah,
We gotta
whatever.
do introductions again, guys.
I'm double introducing.
I
Right.
I could see just Joseph like pointing towards Lethos, and he's just standing there, kind of like daydreaming off into the corner.
So I kick him in his bad leg again.
Oh, you're gonna kick Merlin in his bad leg? Best.
Oh, I thought, yeah, it was Merthin. I got Merthin and Lethos. So
You do realize kicking the cleric often turns a heal spell into a harm spell.
why not?
Accident, really? I thought I memorized the other spell that day. Funny how that happens.
It's fine.
Well,
Uh,
the young cleric bickering with our leader is Lethus, and I myself is Fulangar. Nice to meet you.
You go, nice to meet you, sir. All in order.
Merthin limps up and down the line. He looks at them and he goes, chosen men, well, I didn't choose you, so you're gonna have to prove yourself. I only have 2 rules. 1, don't steal unless it's from the enemy, or if you're starving. Rule 2, I expect you to fight like bastards.
Lebe Funfeth picks up and goes, we're not all men, sir. Sorry, sir.
Joseph just
I like
chuckled and says, I'm pretty sure he meant for men and women.
Yeah. Lebe looks the youngest out of the 10 people that stand in front of you. She's actually quite large for a dwarf. She's about 5'8". She doesn't have any facial hair, but she has a lovely, beautiful, ringed up ponytail, and it's red hair. And she,
Wait, she was 5'8"?
yeah, she's 5'8",
That's
and
huge for a dwarf.
that is huge for a dwarf.
Huge, I'm 5.
You'll maybe find out later why. But yeah, she stands there, and she stands in very thin leather armor with a longbow on her back.
Alright. So after the other commanders introduce themselves, Joseph continues and says to them all, I expect you all, as my sparring friend there said, fight with everything you have for me. And I will do everything I'll fight with everything I have to keep you alive. But I expect all orders to be followed, or I will handle the punishment myself.
They all shout again, sir, yes, sir.
And as his statement finishes, Revius looks up and down the lot of soldiers, takes a mental note of what all that we have. Alistair, what all exactly do we have? What was the selection?
Right. We have there's both a male and a female cleric. They have nice long purple robes with cuffs of red to show that they've been trained by the Red Wizards. You have in the very front row, which is a mix of male and females, people in quite thick leather armor with a bit of metal on the armor here and there, and they're all carrying shields and a long sword. They're the fighters of the group, and then in the back row with the two clerics, bouncing in between the two clerics are the three archers, which stand with just nice thin leather armor and all have a longbow. The other dwarf archer though, has a crossbow. So you have two longbows and a crossbow. The 5 fighters have long swords and shields, and the 2 clerics just have robes.
What clerics with no armor? We have 6 set.
Ulfric picks up beside you. This is the best equipment we have to spare right now. Given more time and more supply routes being open up, I believe we can get more supplies and better equipment for you. There is a land shark and with a cart full of provisions already for the men. Did you set up your own land shark with provisions in them?
Yes, we did.
Did we? Okay.
I thought we spent the money. At least I did on my character.
Yeah.
I think it was 75 gold to set up this ridiculous monster that'll somehow stab me in the back later. I'm certain.
Awesome. Well, Ulfric also picks up and goes, "Yes, your cart with the provisions have been set up as well. It has a land shark pulling it as well." And Ulfric also points out that the land sharks will protect the carts from anything, so there's no need to guard them.
Good to know. So,
Good to know.
Yes, but what do you want to do? Ulfric hands out orders to Joseph, and do you look at the scroll?
yes, what does the order say?
The orders on the scroll are just basic orders. They say that you're the strike force, you have a higher ranking than most commanders, and are to be helped at any point possible. It also says that you have about 3 hours before you have to be definitely gone from the city. And that's about it, to be honest. And then it's signed by Turek and Ulfric at the bottom.
I turn to my men and say, I hope you've all made peace with any family and anyone you have left. But I cannot guarantee once we leave the city will return. Make amends with whatever deities you need now, and say goodbye to whatever families you need to.
They go, "Sir, thank you, sir," and they all about face and start marching further into the
And
town.
I call back, be at the gate 3 hours.
They all shout as they're walking away. They go, "Sir, yes, sir." They get about 50 feet from you, and then they drop from the march and just start walking normally. And they all head off in their separate directions. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'd like to look at my fellow commanders and ask a question that just popped up in my mind. Any of you guys that knows how to write a card to actually drive a vehicle?
Funny that you mentioned that. I do have that capability.
I just kind of look at the cart and go, "What's the vehicle?"
I have the proficiency for overland vehicles, and I have the proficiency for animal husbandry. So yes, I can talk to the animal and
be an animal husband. Oh God, you don't want to be a husband or a land shark?
husbandry. Okay, hey, don't judge me, all right, on my life choices. Okay, 2015, open mind, people. Anyways, yes, I can drive this fucking cart.
2045.
2015.
And
Yeah, it's an open mind if you're Louisiana.
Hey man, it's Louisiana somewhere. Okay.
Anyway,
Okay, good. Then we just need to find one more. I have dabbled in it, but I wouldn't call myself proficient.
I love how you're worrying about controlling a cart with a land shark when they will just follow automatically. They don't need anyone at the reins.
Oh, well, see, that would have been better said before.
Well, no, this is in case of like an emergency. In
Alfred,
case like the animals are under like stress or something, I could use my handle animal to like calm them, and then I could use my proficiency in driving the cart to,
yeah, use a talk
Drive.
about this, and you see Alfred behind you just kind of giggling away, going, "Aye." And as he walks back into the Hall of Knowing, he goes, "The land sharks will pull themselves, lads," and continue on.
just saying, I don't want to be there when you relieve the land shark stress, man. I'm good. Just you want us so we can get away from that. So,
Merthin's gonna shout after him that, so does Joseph.
Ooh. Nice. Ulfric kind of chuckles to himself as he walks further into the Hall of Knowing. Two guards shut the door. So you have about 3 hours of time. What do you want to do?
Joseph, are we all splitting up, or what's going on?
I'm going to go to the church and get one last pray in and try to commune with my deity to see if he can give me guidance upon this most darkest of days.
Okay, so one Lethos is heading off to the church.
Joseph is going to, I guess they would have like a mess. I don't know how they send messages, like the other cities, and
That'd be a guy on a horse.
well, he's gonna have no. He's gonna get him. He's gonna go and he's gonna get a message sent out to the human lord whose name oh my god, I'll eventually have it down.
Joseph standing there going, what was my lord's name again? And you hear one of the guys go, Nostromo!
Now I'm gonna send a message to Nostromo detailing what happened, all that what's happened and all that, and
Okay. Right. Well, I'll get to that in a second. So that's Joseph and Lethos. Anyone else? What are you doing?
Merthin's going to go to his church, aka the pub.
Awesome. Pub time with Merthin.
God damn, I'm gonna yell to Mervyn. It's like, you show up at that gate drunk, I'll take out the other leg.
So Merthin
Don't worry, lad. I'll take care of him.
I'm guessing that's Fullingar's joining him as well.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me feel better.
Awesome. The dwarf and the dark elf are away off to the pub. Revius, what are you doing with Shifty?
For Revius and Shifty, I will actually be going back to the area where the Red Wizards are. Their encampment within the city.
Okay.
And give last thanks for training and taking me in during all of the hell that my character has been through in these last 2 weeks.
Awesome. Okay. Right. 3 hours. I'll play them out for you. The 3 hours they go by relatively quickly. Joseph daunders off down the streets. You can see the dwarven buildings. They're very rocky and not a lot of wood. And there's a lot of fire pits and tents kind of pitched up now these days, with a lot of guys either sleeping or fixing their armor or doing other bits and bobs, bringing water to and forth and food to and forth. But as you continue on down the town, you wander down to the messaging post, just at the other side of the town, near its gate, and you write your message to Lord Nostromo. Does it say anything particular, or does it just give off the details of what happened and what you're going off to do now?
Yes, details of all that, the last battle. Pretty
Okay,
much, that's it.
awesome. So
Very concise and to the point. Pretty much like this is what the team wants me to do. I'm going along with it right now. Blah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so you send quite a formal, detailed letter, and it has the stamp of Nostromo put on it, and it is given to a guard escort because it's a secret message. It's given in a guarded escort, and 5 people run off up onto horses and are way off back to Olengrad. Revius and Shifty head back to the Red Wizard camp, and it's just a camp. It's just in the middle of town, and you see many people in red cloaks, but you know who the master is, and you've walked up to him, and you're saying your goodbyes to a couple of your friends that are within red cloaks, and they say good luck on your adventures. As you and Shifty about face, the Red Wizard camp is like the same as you've seen before, but all of the tents have red covers instead of white blanket covers. These guys seem to have a real thing for redness, and they're not doing much. They're just kind of trying to cool off their hands from the fireballs and heat up their hands from the ice balls, the amount that they've spent over the last wee while.
Before my character walks away from the conversation with the leaders, he asks if any of them have heard of any other tieflings sighted, specifically a female tiefling.
No. They all perk up and they go, our apologies, but no, there haven't been any tieflings since you that we've heard of.
You want to get your tiefling Susu on, huh?
So yeah, they give their regrets, but they hope that your journey goes well.
I nod, give them the last thanks, and make my way back to the entrance.
Awesome. Lethos heads to the church. Going towards the church, as you come out the Hall of Knowing doors, you have to hook a right, and you go down this path, and it comes into the very back end of town. And now the back end of town hasn't seen much of the fighting, so the buildings are almost in pristine condition. The doors still look beautiful. The windows are not cracked and smashed. The glass hasn't been smashed. And there's a lot more plant life. There's still a couple of trees. The grass looks green and lush. Some nice, beautiful flowers as you walk on through. And as you come up to the church, it's a lovely, great big old church built into the stone. And it just looks like everything's been carved from the stone. Like they've dug into the wall to create this church. And there's just beautiful blue lights all over lighting it up, with 2 nice fountains pouring out of what looks like dwarven mouths that have been carved, and they come down into 2 rivers that kind of pull off and go back into the walls. and there's lovely lush green and beautiful red and blue flowers all the way up to this church. As you go into the church, it doesn't look like much has happened in here, to be honest. Nobody's really been here. It's a little bit dusty, and nobody's been here for a long while. They've been using the church in the center of town to as a medical office wing. So this church has been more or less abandoned, and it's gotten a bit dusty, but it's still lit up with the blue lights throughout. Do you do anything in particular, or do you just go up to the altar and pray?
I was just planning to, trying to go to the altar, maybe get in some meditative trance dynamics, smoke some hookah, whatever my church does. I'm not really sure on that dynamic, Swing some incense around, light some candles. You know how it goes.
Wait. All I heard was you have hookah and you're not sharing.
Awesome. Let us.
All I heard.
You walk up. You walk up to the altar, and you sit down cross-legged, and you project light from your hands, and you rest your hands on your lap, and the ball of light sits in front of you, and it kind of just swerves around in a circle as you go into a bit of a trance, trying to pray to your God. As you start to pray, but you don't feel much of a presence like you used to feel. Just something feels off. You don't know what it is, and you can't explain it, but you're not as in deep of a trance as you normally are with the light. You seem to have enjoyed the darkness a bit more. Although you've always been drawn to the light, the darkness of the dwarven tunnels and the more bluish lights that have appeared, that you're more drawn to them these days. And you drift in and out of your meditation, which is unusual for you, because there's been sometimes you've meditated for a week on end, and the 3 hours seems like a lifetime, and it comes up to about 2.5 hours, and you stand up feeling not as relaxed as you normally do after a meditation, and you just kind of shrug it off, and you come back out of the church and head back down through to the main gate. And now my almost all-time favorite part. We are now going over to the pub.
God damn it, we're drunk. I'm drunk and fucking I'm get drunk.
Actually, I'm going to be. I promised I'd take good care of Melvin. So first of all, I'm going up to the bartender, and I'll ask him for a pitcher of a proper elven wine.
Okay. You walk up to you come into the bar, and you can see the bar is quite lively. It's got quite a few patrons in it, and they're all bouncing and talking, and they're all having a merry time, and you can hear the music in the background and the roaring fire. If you've got your music up in Roll20, you'll actually hear it, but yeah, so you can hear the tavern noises go off, and everyone. You walk up to the bar, and you see a very big meaty dwarf behind the bar, and he goes, "All right, lads, how are you?"
A little weary, but otherwise fine. I'm supposed to show my good friend here, I say, and I'm trying to give him a slap on the back, but because I'm so short, it's more like a
good game.
So we went back to the slapping on the arse. So,
So
yeah.
Merlin goes, "Whoa! Not until you buy me a drink."
Yeah. Yeah.
I am
So
buying
all
you a
seem to
drink.
have we seem to have a thing about slapping each other on the ass. So maybe my head ain't going near any girl's asses.
But since this is our last day in town, I'd like to order a pitcher of. Do you have some? Let's say some good elven wine or a craftsman's ale.
The man grabs his long, very red, very nice, beautiful red beard. He strokes it for a bit and goes, expensive wine. And goes, why not? And from almost directly where you're standing, he reaches under the bar and pulls out a lovely, beautiful bottle of elvish wine. And he goes, yes, have the lot. And he still strokes his beard and he goes, I don't really have to be bothered about people paying these days. The army comes in and pays the tabs. And he keeps stroking his nice big red beard. And he goes, what's your names, lads?
I am Fullanger, and this is my good friend Mervyn.
He goes, oh, nice to meet you two. It's been a long time since I've seen a dark elf. It's been a very long time. I used to travel myself. My name is Christoph. It's Christoph Funfelth.
Oh, nice to meet you. I do like dwarves. Since the army's paying, let me get a glass of your strongest dwarven whiskey.
He goes, a glass? Are you a wuss?
Okay, a bottle then.
As he goes, no, we're not stupid. No bottle. But he pulls out like a big, huge tankard, and he takes a bottle of dwarven whiskey, pours it in, and the bottle's emptied before the tankard is even half full. And he flows the bottle behind him, and he picks up another one, fills it again, bottle against the wall, another bottle, 3 bottles have gone into this tankard, and he goes, so lad, you think you're as good as the dwarves? Dare you to down it?
The Merlin picks up the glass and shouts, I love dwarves, and then tries to down it.
As you do so, the person that is people that are playing the instruments go, dwarves, as the full room goes, dwarves behind you. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'd like to look at the bartender and you do realize I have to travel with him today.
He goes, if he's man enough, he'll be able to drink as much as my daughter has.
But he's not a man, he's an elf.
Natural Constitution of 25. Well, hey, natural 20.
Yeah.
Merlin just the whole tankard bang onto the table, and Christoph goes, another one, my friend.
Oh my god, he was trying to get our players drunk.
As he pops open another 3 bottles and holds the 3 bottles in one hand and fills up the tankard again and pushes it over to Merlin. And he goes, he continues on his story to Fullingard. Yes, my daughter. She joined the army. She's doing quite well, I believe. She's joined some sort of task force. I can't remember. But yes, no, she used to drink about 40 bottles and drink anybody under the table. She's a good drinker.
What was the name of our companion? The girl
She
dwarf?
wouldn't have. it wouldn't happen to be about I take my hand up and to measure the size from the floor to my hand, and then I jump this tall.
Christoph goes, yes, she's a tall lass. Me and her human wife, we run this pub, and she managed to take her height from her mother. She's about 5'8".
Message to myself: don't try to drink her under the table.
Merlin speaks up and says, "Oh yes, she'll be coming with us. We'll be sure to look after her."
He bellows out a laugh. Ha 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 ha! Look after her. She'll be looking after you boys. As Merlin just tankard down again. Bosh. No consequences whatsoever. Another pop as 3 bottles come open and the tankard is filled again against the wall.
Oh my god.
Oh man, the second until you're drunk, man.
Natural 20. Natural 20. I'll give you 9 bottles for free. I've got no problem with that.
He's gonna die of fucking alcohol poisoning.
Each time he gets another tankard, I'd like to first try to stop the bartender, and then just look at the elf, and he doesn't appear phased. So, what the hell?
Christoph goes, come on, lad, drink up your wine. There's another bottle here for you, as he corks open his another bottle.
I'd actually like to drink very responsibly. As in, I'll even order a glass to drink it with.
Awesome. He pulls out a noble glass, which is just a tankard with a stand.
That's a noble glass.
And he puts it in and he goes, so you're a noble sort, are you? As he pours the bottle in, pours the second bottle in, gets a third bottle from under the table. And he pours that in as well. And the bottles again, he just throws them behind his head. He doesn't give a crap. As the bottles hit against the wall. You see a poor human boy kind of like running across with a broom every time the bottles hit the wall, kind of putting the glass off to the side, and again and again and again as every bottle hits the wall. But yeah, you can easily have about 4 tankards before you have to make a con save.
I think I'll just have this one and kind of sip at, dwarven style, so whole mouthfuls, but drinking very responsibly.
Yeah, what would knock out a human is just a dwarven mouthful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. That's about a quarter of the tankard. That's a sip. And Christoph turns back to Merlin and goes, "Are you ready for another, lads?" As Merlin just head up, and the drink guzzles down his throat as the tankard comes back onto the bar. You want another one, Merlin?
Yeah, Merlin's beyond caring at this point, so he motions for another one while he's finishing off the one he just has.
Awesome. The dwarf, as the 3 bottles are opened again in one hand, as your tankard comes down, it doesn't even get to hit the bar top, and the drink's already being poured into it as it fills all the way to the brim again. Yeah, off into the corner. You see many people just laughing and singing and dancing. There's a couple of girls who got up and started dancing, and they're having a good time. You see one lad and a girl kind of sneak away upstairs. As also another guy and a girl kind of like fall in between this little alleyway and kind of start. If you see my pings on the map, they fall down that alleyway. I have kind of forgotten where they are and have slowly started to have a bit of fun. Yes. What else are you doing?
You know, I don't quite feel right about not paying. So how about instead of paying in gold, I could pay in song.
Christoph goes, "Aye, you're more than welcome to get this merry band of shite singing a bit better."
And not bad. They're just well, they aren't bars.
He goes, "Aye, most bards these days are out in the front line." Eh, yeah, so you go over with what you playing with? Your horn, your drums?
I'm playing with my my drums. It seems the most
Awesome.
appropriate in this area. Also, somebody took my bagpipes.
Yes. Also did.
Yep.
Give me a profession roll. Let's see how well you charm everyone.
There's a performance roll.
Performance, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I said profession, I meant performance. Let's... Myrthen, are you drinking the tankard that is in your hand?
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, awesome. It goes down the throat. Easily. Give me another con save.
That's what I was afraid might happen.
Awesome. Fillingar, go
What-
straight up to
How,
the...
what do you
rolled
roll?
a
Oh god.
20.
What do you?
Awesome. The 20 comes in for the performance. Fillingar walks up to the band and goes, "Shut up!" As all the people stop playing their instruments instantaneously, and you go, "Follow me, lads!" As the band strikes up again, and they're all away with it. Now more people have started chanting on the tables, and even more people have got up and started dancing. And hey, dwarves, dwarves, here we go again, dwarves, dwarves, here we go again. As the chants throughout the bar have started going again, and yeah, the merriness of the bar has perked up as you see 4 or 5 more people start stumbling through the door to join in with the chants, and the bartender Christoph is away with it again. He's starting to throw bottles up in the air and pop as he catches another bottle. Pop. He's getting really fancy at this point. Just also while he's drinking his own tankard, and he's another tankard down, and he's opening more bottles and just throwing them up in the air, catching them and filling up other tankards as more and more people come in. It looks like he's been doing this for a very, very long time. He's gotten very good at his performance skills. Myrthen, with a 13, just gets his con save and easily glugs down the not as easily as before, but easily glugs down. And the bartender, without even Myrthen's request, has another 3 bottles into Myrthen's tankard as it hits the deck. Myrthen, are you doing anything else, or are you still drinking at the bar?
He's going to get up, and he's starting to dance to the bard's drum solo, and he's going to chug that the next tankard.
Awesome. Myrthen has got up and he started flailing about and going, "Hey, here we go!" As the tankard goes down his throat. Give me another con save. In the meantime, you see more people kind of good God, go up.
A 9. Oh god.
He gets a 9 as more people start taking girls up the stairs. Myrthen has failed this con save. This is about his 15th bottle in of this strong whiskey. No good as Christoph's daughter, but you are now pissed, my friend. Yes, you have started to go absolutely hilarious. People are laughing at you. They're all enjoying the fun. Your dancing is absolutely atrocious, but people around you are just as bad. And the music's going, and it's all dancing, and it's all having fun, and people are laughing. Give me a charisma roll.
You mean like a save, or like what do you want? Like a
give me a second. I'll just have a
we
look.
got persuasion, performance.
Merthin, you give me a persuasion. Fullingar, give me a perception check, please.
Okay,
Awesome.
I got a 15.
With a 15, Mervyn, you've managed to persuade this girl who's drinking at the bar as well, to come and dance with you. After a nice little dance, she motions for the stairway. Fullingar, as you see Mervyn drinking with this girl at the bar, you notice she seems to be the only one with a dagger on her belt. The rest don't seem to have any other weapons. They've all left the weapons outside, or so it's only you, Mervyn, and her that seem to have weapons in the bar. Christoph has his lovely big great axe behind him, which is just a normal axe to humans, but it's a great axe to dwarves.
How much time do I have left before I have to be back?
You have about another hour and a half.
Anybody else got this weird feeling that Merthin, or sorry if I'm butchering your name, is about to get his throat slit by this chick?
Nah, probably just his purse.
That's what I'm thinking too, but he's too drunk to care.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to weave into the music some of my a little prestidigitation spell.
Oh, nice. Let's see it.
I'm going to conjure a first. Merthin will feel a tap on his shoulder, and if he turns around, he'll see a finger whacking at him. As in, nope, don't do that.
Merthin turns around. He's too pissed. He turns at anything. He turns around and he sees this big finger kind of wagging, but everyone in the bar is like, "Dance with the beat of the finger!" As people are like swaying side to side with the finger as it's wagging, going, "Hey, go on the dwarves!" As they're dancing along to still the drums being beaten away. Mervyn, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Fucking dwarf.
Justin's so gonna take out Merthin to the leg when he gets he's all drunk as hell.
God,
with a
three.
with a 3, you definitely believe the rest of the pub with the swaying, and the girl starts swaying with you. You're both pretty hammered as she then starts to pull you away up the stairs.
All right, Merlin's not gonna resist at all. He's just gonna go, "Oh, come on, it could be my last time," and follow her up the stairs.
Oh God. Yeah. So, Merthin and this beautiful, she's a human girl. She's got very long dark brown hair, nice pink skin, and is very very robust in the chest, and has a pretty good hourglass figure.
Let's be honest, she's smoking hot.
Oh, she's. Someone give me
She's too good for Merthin.
odd or even, people.
Even.
Odd.
Even. I heard even first. Yeah, she's around about 9 out of 10.
What would happen if you had heard odd?
Should have been like a 1 out of 10.
God damn it, guys! I would have gone odd.
No, but yeah, she's about 9 out of 10. Everyone in the bar wants her, and as you go up the stairs, you hear a bunch of guys going, "Oh, that lucky bastard!" As
Vile Rothstein.
As they you head up the stairs. Fullingar, what are you doing for the next 45 minutes?
Let's
Oh,
see
I'm
if
going
the
to,
doors die.
Slit.
I am going to mainly swear some more, and then call upon the strength of Rothstein, the Ruby God, one of the Dwarven gem gods.
Yep.
And I'm just going to stop playing and go right up the stairs because I don't have time for him fooling around with some pathetic human.
Christoph sees you going up the stairs, and he kind of snaps his fingers as a dwarf girl shoots up the stairs behind you, and she manages to grab you, tap you on the shoulder, and goes, "Don't worry, sir. I'll take you to a room." And she's very beautiful. She's about a 9 out of 10. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'd
Oh,
like to
God,
remind
give
you
up.
that I do have a fiance.
You do have a fiance, but you've already had a tankard. Well, you could drink about 4 or 5. Okay, give me a wisdom saving throw at advantage. This dwarven girl reminds you a lot of your fiance. She's very beautiful. She's got the same flowing red hair as your fiance used to have the last time you saw her.
Oh man, they're gonna cheat.
Okay, my wisdom's pretty boring, so I got a
Oh,
20.
with the natural 20, yeah, you're like, I'm sorry, love. I've already got a girl back home, and she goes, oh, that's okay. And she heads back down the stairs. By this point, you've gotten to the top of the stairs, and you can see, kind of women coming out with barely anything on, just a cover wrapped around them, and saying goodbye to these guys who are now stumbling back down the stairs past you. There's about 4 or 5 doors that are locked. You can still hear the music and the dancing and everything that's happening downstairs. What are you doing?
I'll try to find out where Merton is.
All right, okay. Are you just gonna go all the way, just grab a door, a random door, or are you gonna do this methodically, or which door are you going for? There's 5.
I figure they're both pretty drunk, so I'm going to just go to the first and the best door. That's probably what Merton would have done.
All right, you go to the first door, and you do you chap on it, or you just burst in?
I just burst in. I don't care.
Awesome. You
Oh,
burst.
oh God.
You burst into door number 1. You see 7 mix of 7 men, and which are dwarves and humans, with about 4 or 5 girls who are all human. And there's a awful big pile up in front of you. They have taken
walked in on an orgy.
they have taken no notice of you as one human pops up his head, kind of like underneath he's underneath like 2 or 3 girls and a guy, and he pops his head up and goes, "Are you coming to join us, man?" As you can see, about 15 bottles of wine that were full, 15 bottles of whiskey that are completely empty, and about 7 tankards that have fallen over that are empty as well.
Merton, you in there somewhere?
You see a girl going, "I'll be your Mervyn." She has no idea. But yeah.
Quick disclaimer. We at the Cold Iron Wars do not condone adultery.
Don't listen to him. We can know it all.
But yeah, you get the sense Mervyn isn't in this lively crowd, and you kind of just kind of leave and shut the door. Which door are you going for next?
Next door on the same side.
Awesome. Down comes that door. As these doors break away, none of them are locked. They just swing open. You walk in, and you see 2 or 3 girls kind of tied up against the wall, as 4 or 5 men are sitting in chairs, and there's a couple of whips hanging from the walls. You can see by the first glance of the room, Murden is not in here. As you quickly dive back out of the room and shut the door and go, good God, did I ever see that? What did I just see? Give me a will saving throw to see if you carry on.
A will saving throw?
Yeah, you've seen some really nice stuff happening in this place.
I think you mean wisdom because I don't have will anymore.
Oh yeah, wisdom. Give me an advantage.
That I probably need. 14.
14. Okay, 14 you pass. And you're like, you shake your head and go, no, I need to find Murden. There's 3 doors
Just wait
left.
till the next door.
There's
I
one.
need to save him from this place of.
He does not need to be saved.
There's a door down the bottom of the hallway, and then there's 2 doors quite separate the other side. Which door are you going for next?
The one down the hallway.
At the very bottom of the hallway, you go up to the door. You shove your shoulder against the door, and it just doesn't budge. Do you want to try again?
Nah, I'll shrug and try another one.
Oh, you're gonna go and try another one. All right, okay. But I'm guessing you try the closest one next to that one.
Yep.
Awesome. You go to the next door. This door swings open again as you walk in, and the room is actually just empty. Nobody's in this room.
I'd like to make a little sound.
Fullingar goes, oh, thank fuck, as his belly eases up a little bit. You
shut 2 more doors, buddy.
You shut that door, and there's 1 door left, or there's the door that you didn't manage to open.
First we'll try the one I haven't tried yet.
Awesome. You go up to the door that you haven't tried. Murden, give me a strength saving throw, please. Good, 17. That'll do.
Yeah,
Buff, you swing this door open. You go in, and you see just about 6 dwarves passed out on the floor, all male.
Are they naked?
Oh yeah, they're completely butt naked. You just see 6 dwarves passed out on the floor. You don't know if you can't tell if there were women in here before. There's lots of alcohol everywhere. They're just drunk. They're just drunkenly knocked out and are on the floor, completely naked.
They look like they're lying on top of each other.
No, they're all.
There are women here before.
They're all about a foot apart from each other.
There's probably women in here.
But
I'll just shrug and then close the door quietly.
Yeah, you shut.
And then
shut the door.
He probably is behind the locked door.
All right. Okay.
So I'm going to charge that one.
You're gonna charge it. Okay. Give me a strength. Give me a strength roll.
Roll 1. Take the bounce off.
10.
Awesome. 10. Against the door. The door doesn't shudder again. Do you want to try again?
Merton, I'm coming to save you. And I'll take a few step backs and then jump in with the shoulder first.
Awesome. Give me another strength roll. While you do that, Merton, give me another strength roll as well.
Oh my God, Merton!
19.
Oh my God, you fucking! What I'm holding the door closed.
Ooh.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Nice. Well, Fullingar with his 19 runs into the door. Poof. the door kind of whoop off in as you now realize Murthen and this girl are kind of like we're up against the door. As it wasn't locked, they were just up against the door as they both fly forwards. Murthen, give me a dex.
Oh god.
10 will do. As you get swung off the door, Murthen kind of manages to grab the woman and swing round so he lands on his back. And she lands on top of him. By this point, Murthen is still fully clothed, but she's missing. She's only got her skirt on.
I'm gonna pop my head out from around her back and go, I don't need saving!
Fullingar is just standing at the door.
Oh god.
Of course you do, laddie. Now, I'll just I'll get slightly distracted and then I'll try to gather my thoughts. And now listen, either you are coming down with me, or I'm going to pull you down with me from your breeches.
Well, there might be a convenient handle. Come on, give me 10 minutes.
That's an awfully short time.
Fullingar says this as the woman on top of Murthen kind of chuckles as well a little bit.
What's the naturally high in constitution?
Come on, 5. It's been a while.
Fine, but give me your pack and your money.
You can see on the chairs, this place seems to be very professional in what it does. There's 2 chairs, and you can actually recall this from every room. All the equipment and anything that is being taken off is put on the chairs neatly. As you can see that there was actually a door that seems to be constantly swinging open and shut with women walking in and out. You now have put 2 and 2 together. There's actually girls in that, and they've come in, and with all the clothes that are on the floor, and while everything's happening, they've actually put them all on the chairs nice and neatly. They've taken no gold. They've not done anything. This just seems to be a morale-boosting place.
I'll say.
It is a friendly whorehouse. That will fucking appeal to whatever the hell kind of taste you've got, apparently.
Well,
It's a
I'm not
fucking
going
fatter.
to trust a drunk dark elf with his money or his equipment, so I'm going to take all of it
Racist.
out with me.
Awesome.
He's
the girl-
like, yes!
The girl kind of like helps you. She's all the buttons come off of Myrna's shirt and she kind of just like throws it on you from like as you kind of just see everything from Murthen go from fully clothed to almost virtually nothing as you kind of just get all the clothing shoved on top of you. As
Please get the fuck out of here.
as her foot kicks the door and kind of just you kind of get hit with the on the nose of the door as the door swings shuts again. As you're standing there with all the clothes on you, 2 girls come out of the door to your left and like, oh, we'll help you there, sir. And they start taking the clothes off of you and stuff like that. And they start hitting on you. They go, oh, aren't you a beautiful dwarf? And da 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 da. Give me another wisdom saving throw.
Your loyalty will be tested today.
Don't you guys wish you
Well-
went to the bar now?
12. You're kind of sitting there and you're going, no. I have a fiance. I have a girl at home. I'm almost certain. I haven't seen her in a long time, but she's somewhere. I'll find her. And they kind of
Until they take off their shirts, then you get disadvantage on all your rolls.
and they go, okay, don't worry. Here's your friend's stuff. While you've been saying this, they've kind of just neatly folded and put everything in a nice little pile. and said,
Um,
"Is this your friend for this room? We can put it in its own separate thing, and we can give it to him when he's finished."
In 5 minutes.
Don't worry about that. You shouldn't worry too much. No, I'll just take care of it. I'd like to mess a little about with the brass ring on my finger.
Awesome.
While
Yes.
saying that.
Yeah, you do that. You kind of like fiddle with the brass ring, and yeah. So a little time passes by, and
10 minutes.
give me a
No, you didn't-
Constitution saving throw,
You need a 5, dude.
Merthin. With a 10. Okay, he was about 15 minutes. He was a bit
Nice.
longer than 5. He was 15 minutes. Not spectacular, but he was a good wee while. And yeah, Merthin gets dressed again and thanks the girl. And as you leave, Christoph says, "Cheerio, lads! Hope you had a good time."
I love how
I'd like to
Fullinger's
point out
telling him
I've taken
down.
his clothes.
Sorry, what?
I've taken his clothes along with his equipment. I just took everything.
No,
Because-
he got it back off you and got dressed again.
Oh well, he would have gone to Circus, so it don't matter.
No, as you leave, you still feel very drunk, but there's a cleric that kind of just stands at the door, and every time as someone leaves, he taps them on the shoulder, and you can kind of feel the drowsiness of the alcohol kind of just slowly divert from you, and you go back to your normal thinking.
So they're only a little drunk.
Yeah, he's only a little drunk now, and you head back to the wall. You head back to the gate, and it has now been about 3 hours and 10 minutes. Fullingar and Merthin have kind of turned up a little bit late, as everyone's standing there with the 2 carts waiting for them.
Joseph sees him walk up, and can he tell that David drinking?
I'd like to be muttering something about the elves and how they can't handle their ale without getting all horny.
As you hear a bit of laughter go around, and you hear somebody from the army crowd go, "Did you meet my father?"
Yes, we did. Hell of a man there. Runs a hell of a place. Can't recommend it enough, boys. You should go.
Joseph smacks Merthin on the back of the head.
Sure.
And just says,
You just give him a
"Get
nice
yourself together."
you give him a nice little clap onto the back of the head, and more than you kind of feel it because the alcohol's still kind of whee in your head. But you're
Get
not as bad
yourself
as you were
together
before.
for the minute you can
He's
manage.
too happy to give a shit.
Merthin is in a happy mood. Good. You actually, you get when you're just standing there, you just kind of realize that some of the dwarfs and a couple of the human guys and actually a human female who went up with the female were in the bar as well.
Oh. Well.
Were
So-
they any of the ones that were involved with lips?
No, they... no. It was in a couple of the open doors, but you never went in and checked the open doors. You just went for all the locked doors.
Okay. See, that's what I'm telling. What the fuck horrors we would have found those?
Some people just forget to shut the door as they go in.
Some just like to be watched.
True. You don't know. You didn't go into the other doors. So yeah. Yous are all standing there. And I'm guessing from here on out, you turn and walk out the gate.
Yes.
Awesome. Use turn, start walking along, and the 2 land sharks kind of swimming through the land as they pull